Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope you guys are all doing well. I want to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Cancer sign out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and just leave the rest for someone else. Remember, the energies may reverse. So if it's resonating Cancer, you get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Cancer? Cancer. Cancer. All right, Cancer, you are starting out with the Hierophant in the reverse. You have Temperance, and you have Justice in the reverse. So I do feel like you've ended some kind of a connection or a relationship here. I also feel like you are finding your balance, you're healing here. And I feel like some of you could be involved in a legal battle that's not completely done. The relationship may have ended, but there's still some kind of legalities that are not over. But I also think that for some of you, you just feel like this had to end because you weren't being treated properly. Regardless, I like that Temperance is in the upright. It shows me that you're healing, and it shows me that you're finding that balance within yourself, which I think is very important. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who's in Cancer's energy. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, so the person in your energy has the Lovers in reverse, sign of Gemini, King of Wands reversed, and the Four of Swords in reverse. So this person is going through a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle here. I can definitely see the ending. I see it in both of your energies here. However, I feel like this person wants to talk to you, but they're not actually making the moves to do so. They want to, but I don't see them actually doing it. This person is not healing. They need to heal, and I feel like they're a little bit bitter. So let's see see the energy between you and this person. Yeah, Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Ooh, you feel like you're escaping a situation that you were trapped in. I'm wondering if this person was being very controlling or in some way, because you're releasing this. You're letting it go. You're finding your balance again, because you're all about the healing and the balance, but they are not. So I feel like you feel that you've escaped a situation that you were trapped. Let me see. Show me what's affecting the connection. Ten of Swords reversed. Yeah, you're recovering. So you felt betrayed by this person. You felt there was a sense of this person not doing right by you. And you're recovering now. All these swords, all this betrayal, it's falling away. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome. Whereas this person wants to talk to you about coming back. Page of Wands in the reverse. All right, so you could be on the cusp of a new beginning. This could be somebody new that maybe you haven't quite met yet, or maybe things just haven't gotten off the ground yet. Yeah, let me see. We'll clarify it. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands in the reverse. This is very good energy as an underlying energy. It shows me that you're moving out of all this energy of feeling overwhelmed. You've gotten some sort of enlightenment that you needed in order to resolve the problems. And so these problems are resolving for you. So let me clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the Hierophant in reverse? Three of Pentacles reverse and the Six of Wands reverse. Yeah, you determined that this was not going to work out. You may have decided that this person just wasn't going to be cooperative in working this out. I do feel like you at some point were putting a lot of effort into it. This is the collapse of a foundation here. Why? Well, because it was unsuccessful. You didn't feel that it would become successful. You were feeling trapped, and it just progressed as well. And so I do feel like at that point you were like, no, I gotta end this. Why is Temperance here? Show me Temperance. Ace of Cups. Okay, okay. And the Six of Swords. So you're moving rapidly towards new love here. Yeah, and it's going to be good. It's going to be a love that is balanced and equal, an equal give and take. You've got a lot of chemistry with someone. Interesting. So you're moving away from a chaotic situation where you were feeling trapped no matter what you did. It just wasn't working. It was just not going to be successful. And so you made up your mind that you were going to move forward. You were going to heal your energy. You began moving forward. And then we have this Ace of Cups. So yeah, and it looks good. So let me see Justice in the reverse. Now, it could be, like I said, some of you have legal issues going on. Look at that. That Empress popped out for you, Cancer. It almost always pops out for my Cancer signs. All right, so we have the Empress. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So like I said, some of you are looking for love, looking for something equal and balanced. You may not have met that person just yet. And if that's the case, I do feel that it might surprise you. You might not... let me just put it this way. If you haven't met that person yet, you're drawing them to you. Your energy is very high, and it's very high because high vibrational, because you've done the healing work. You've poured the love into yourself. And this person, if you have not met somebody yet, this is somebody that's going to be a surprise for you, because if you've just been focusing on you and healing and pouring love into you, I feel like some of you weren't looking for another person, and they're fixing to come into your energy. They sure are, because there's a light within you, Cancer, and it's based upon all this healing and balancing that you've been doing. You escaped a situation that was not for you. It was binding you, and it was an injustice. It was incredibly imbalanced. And in this process of you loving yourself, you healing, you went into this Empress energy, and you are drawing people in like all get out. Now, not all of them are the people you want, but the point is that people are being very attracted to that light. So good on you, Cancer. Good on you. You know your value. You know your self-worth. You're not out chasing anybody. You're just sitting back and you're just drawing everything to you. Love your energy. So makes me want to be a Cancer sign. All right, so let me look at this person's energy. Now, this is somebody from your past, because I do see the ending, and the energy between the two is that they were basically trying to bind you. They were trying to keep you for themselves. All right, we have the Hermit, we have the Magician, and we have the Four of Coins. Be very careful, that because this person, I'm a little uncomfortable with this King of Wands in the reverse and the Hermit with the Magician. This person could do spell work. So be very careful with that, because they are definitely holding on to your energy. They're trying to manifest you back, but it's in this energy where they're trying to bind you to them. This is somebody who you're not in communication. You're not talking with this person. This is somebody who I do feel is trying to figure out how to bind you to them. Yeah. They may know that you've chosen someone else, or even choosing yourself. This person is trying to bind you to them. And I do feel like for some of you, this person is working some dark magic to do so. They could be somebody who's very attractive, but they actually have a bitter heart. And they're holding on to you. This would be somebody that's very guarded, somebody who may have ghosted you. Yeah, I'm a little concerned with that combination, though, because that does speak to somebody who does, dark magic. Let me look at this King of Wands. Like I said, they want to talk to you, but they're not really approaching you. Oh, some of you were married to this person or in a long-term commitment. 4 of Wands reverse, the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, they want to work things out. They want to work things out. And I do feel like they've been searching for ways to try to bind you. I do see this person doing some dark magic. I don't like it. They're not letting you go. They're not letting you go. They want to come back in and work things out with you. I don't yet see them taking action on it, though, because right now we see the silence here. Let me see this 4 of Swords in reverse. This person needs healing. They're definitely unhealed. And I'm getting really kind of low vibrational energy. Yeah, the World in reverse. And the 5 of Swords reversed. They're not talking to you because they feel that it's going to cause an argument if they do. And I feel like it would as well, because you feel like this person treated you badly. And it looks like they did. I'm seeing controlling behavior. I'm seeing somebody who, you know, does some dark stuff. And your energy is so light, so high vibrational. Theirs is not. And in their opinion, their view, this isn't over. There's unfinished business between the two of you. But they're not contacting you because they know that it would lead to an argument, so they're avoiding that. This person could be a little bit narcissistic. They could also, you know, be somebody who just doesn't fight fair. And they are dealing with some occult energy here as well. Show me the energy between Cancer and this person. Yeah, you dodged a bullet here. Okay, so we have the 8 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. This person could have involved you in third-party energy. I feel like you in this connection, there was so much anxiety. I feel like you were constantly trying to appease this person, to, you know, I feel like you were trying to fix things with this person. And when you decided to release this and let it go, to end this, it was hard on you. I can see the anxiety. I can see, you know, this person's blindfolded. You didn't quite know how to go about letting this completely go, how to get out of this situation. You felt trapped. You definitely felt trapped in a very unsuccessful situation with a controlling, manipulative person. Now, the 3 of Swords, this person probably plays the victim. They probably, you know, because I'm seeing some low energy. I'm seeing narcissistic energy. This person is saying, oh, you know, you decided to let me go. You decided to release me, and that hurt me. How could you hurt me in that way? Yeah, you picked somebody else over me, or you chose to go on your own path. How could you hurt me like that? So this person's manipulating. Let me see the 10 of Swords reversed. But it isn't like you just decided one day, hey, you know what? I think I'll just create some chaos in my life and then, you know, walk away. All right, so we have the 3 of Wands. We have the 10 of Pentacles reversed. And we have Temperance again. So you've got Temperance twice here, Cancer. You're really healing, and I feel like you're being guided. You're being spiritually guided as well. Now you're healing. There's something you're waiting for. Now that could be this new love. It could be, you know, something between you and this person. It could be the ending, especially if you're going through a divorce. There's something legal for a few of you, and you could be waiting for something on that. And once that happens, whatever it is that you're waiting for here, Cancer, it's going to bring about so much peace in your life. That's when all these swords fall out of your back. So like I said, it could be the healing. It could be the ending of a legal situation. It could be just that decision to pour love into yourself. And you know, because I see a very spiritual energy here. When you finally move away, you reconstruct your life. There is something that you're waiting for. Now, what is this person waiting for? They're waiting to come back in or draw you in, more likely. And the way they're trying to draw you in is through some very nefarious ways, through some dark magic here, because they think that's going to fix the problem. See, they're experiencing the loss, and if they're doing this dark magic, they're waiting on the results. It's already been done, and they're waiting on the results. But I think you're too high vibrational for this person to touch, and you're actually, there's like angelic interference between you and this person. So all of that stuff's going to backfire on them, and I'm going to tell you how it's going to backfire. It's going to backfire in a lack of stability. It's just when they think that things are going to go in their direction, it's like something pulls the rug out from under them, and they're going to lose the support of a community, or it could be close friends, lose the support of family. Somebody's going to pull the rug out from under them. And that's the blowback that they're getting for the energy that they're trying to send your way. Whew, this is some reading. I was not expecting this. Let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome. Because I feel like you aren't communicating with this person at all. You don't want to. You're over here doing your Cancer, Empress thing, whether you're male or female. All right, so we have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, very strong Gemini. We have the High Priestess, and we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. You think this person is a liar. You think that they went from little lies to big lies. And that's one of the reasons why you feel very put off by this person. You feel that they treated you very improperly. Now, I do feel like there could be some bad news. It could have to do with a legal situation that could be coming your way. I also feel like you're going to step into your intuition. And regardless, you have so much good coming your way. So just, look at that. You want nothing to do with this person. You intuitively, know that this person has no good intention towards you. And I have to say, Cancer, do listen to your intuition on this. Why? Well, because you're vibrating so high. You have angelic protection here from whatever this person is throwing your way. It's going to bounce back on them. You have so much good happening that even if you do receive some bad news with regard to this person, it's not going to touch you. It's not. Your problems are resolving. Yeah, so just maintain your follow your intuition, maintain that high energy, because and your spirituality, because that's what's protecting you. And you're highly protected, I will tell you that. Also, King of Swords here, this person might try to reach out to you in some manner. They've been debating it, thinking about it. It may not come through. I don't know if they're trying to reach out to you like on a number that has changed or whatever, because to them, you are now appearing very mysterious. Very mysterious. And I feel like they're going to try to reach out to you in some manner. Maybe you haven't blocked. I don't know, but it doesn't look like it's going through. It's not going through. So, yeah, this person likes to be seen in the public eye as somebody that is upright, that tells the truth. But the truth of it is that they can be very petty, very mean-spirited, and that they do dark magic. That magic it's going to blow back on them. Yeah. Yeah, they feel like they're not done with you. They're trying to bind you to them, but it won't work. It won't work. And what's going to happen is they're going to get really bad people in their life, and anybody that would actually be supportive of them is going to rip the rug out from under them. So, bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands in the reverse. That is underlying energy. And what that is indicating is that there's an ending here. And that ending is going to be finite and full. And it is going to bring a resolution to your problems. And you're going to know exactly how to go about, proceeding from there. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Sagittarius as well. This is way more of a reading than I thought it was going to be, Cancer. So definitely heed the message, but know that you're protected. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you and Let's see your advice. Number 26 is called Deep Freeze. Let's read that. Give me 1 second. Everything has its season. Now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. The cold winter beckons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not yet ready to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Forgo ambitious activity. A pregnant pause allows ideas to gestate. Projects to shift and change, and relationships to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not needing to. This is also a time to put all your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self-care is the most important activity now, so reflect, read a good book, or get a massage. Rest and dream. I just found out that one of my good friends who is a Cancer is pregnant. So it is very interesting to me that that card came out. So take some time. Make sure that you continue your healing. Know that you are being protected. And whatever is being sent your way that is nefarious will have blowback for this person. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Cancer. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video also if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Cancer, know that you are loved, and namaste.